Okay, look at this. Da 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 da. Taiko no Tatsujin. So firstly, I want to get this out of the way. I'm not really familiar with the series at all. It's the kind of thing that I've seen, random YouTube videos of, and the Japanese arcades that have them as well. So I've seen, just a little bit on it. However, I've never actually in my entire life ever played one of these games, mostly because, again, arcades don't really exist in the UK, or just in general in the West. So yeah, I've never actually had a chance to play it, and whenever one of these Taiko games have actually come out, they've always been pretty much Japanese exclusive. So there was one on PlayStation 2, which I think had a Western release. There was also one on the Wii U, but that was again only a Japanese release, and since the Wii U isn't region free, I can't really be bothered with any of that. Not to mention just the concept of just banging the drum, the taiko drum itself, just wasn't really that too enticing for me. But the thing is, I've actually been, a little bit of a backstory, but I've basically just been looking for another music rhythm game to play, and I thought I'd take a little bit of a dip and go with this Taiko no Tatsujin game, mainly because the Switch is region free, and I also found out that they did have an actual drum that you can buy as well. So yeah, why not just give this a go, see how it looks, see how I feel about the gameplay and that. Now, first thing is, I did actually purchase this from PlayAsia as well. This is actually imported from PlayAsia. This cost me about 50 or so quid, plus £10 import tax, which is really annoying. Actually, no, this was from eBay. So that was about £50 plus £10 import tax, which is, yeah, pretty BS, but, whatever. And then the actual drum itself, this costs £80 as well. And that was also about £10 shipping. I did the long shipping version as well. I literally just made it as cheap as possible because I'm not really looking to play the game like right away. So I can kind of wait for it to come. So I wasn't really desperate or in need of getting the drum itself immediately. So that's why. So I'm just going to change the lighting here a little bit. So that's kind of why I wasn't really in a rush to play the game. Also, a copy of Paper Mario for £12.64. Ridiculous. That's a story in itself. Anyway, Taiko no Tatsujin, yeah. So I bought the drum first because I found them on PlayAsia. There were only 2 of them left in stock. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to get the game anyway. I want to play a new music rhythm game. I'm going to take a gamble on this. Again, a series I've never even played. I used to be really good at Guitar Hero and a couple of other music rhythm games. And I've just been looking out for another music rhythm game to kind of just feed the craving that I've had for so many years of just not really playing anything. So yeah, I'm going to take a dip on this game, see how it goes and what I think of it. So what I did was I went to PlayAsia, I saw there 2 of them left. And I just went, fuck it, and just bought it. So it cost about 80 or so quid to import altogether. So that's the actual cost of the drum itself, as well as about £10, 10 to 15 or so pound to ship it as well. So yeah, it looked quite expensive. But again, I'm not really too fussed about that, to be honest. And like I said as well, the game was from eBay for about £50 plus £10 import tax, which, again, a little bit annoying, but, whatever. Let's just have a little bit of fun and see how this goes. Sorry, excuse me there, a little bit out of breath. Let's change the lighting here a little bit. So the thing about this game as well, again, I'm not too familiar on this series. I've never actually played them. This is going to be my first time actually playing this series ever. Whether it's even like, I played a little bit of the Switch because there is actually a demo on the Switch, but from the Japanese eShop. But I thought, let's go all in now because I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing. There's a guy that I watch on YouTube who is a Japanese player for this game. He goes by the name of Gonaha, and a couple of numbers at the end as well. So yeah, I've been watching him and going, actually, this does look really good. I really want to get good at this game. I think it's going to be quite fun, especially if I bring it over to my mate's house as well. So we can all have a lot of fun on that. Another thing as well is I did actually find out, annoyingly, or however you want to look at it, just as I purchased this, there was an announcement by Namco Bandai to say that they're actually bringing this game to the West as well. And it will, in fact, have some of pretty much the entire soundtrack set list as well. So I can't read any of the songs on the back. But here's the set list. There are more. There also are a few songs as well that I've seen being played again by a couple of people I watch on YouTube, especially Gonaha on YouTube. So shouts to that guy. He's not even ever going to watch this. But yeah, so that was again another reason why I picked up because I quite like the set list on this. There is something really important to point out about this game as well, is that this game is actually also on the PlayStation 4, and there are actually 2 versions of this game. You've got Taiko no Tatsujin for fun, and you've got Taiko no Tatsujin for sessions, which is the PlayStation 4 version. Now the PlayStation 4 version has a different set list, so in this case, you can see there on the back there is an inkling and a little picture of Kirby. So on the Switch version, you're going to get a couple of songs from Nintendo games, as well as a slightly different, slightly alternate set list from all of these, plus more. and the PlayStation 4 version has other songs as well that I think are a little bit harder than the Switch. However, one that I do think is quite cool on the PlayStation 4 is that it does actually have Heat, Haze, Shadow from Tekken 7, and it's got a little Heihachi fighting Kazuya machine at the bottom of that as well. So just keep that in mind. The Switch version is not the same as the PlayStation 4 version. They have different songs. Obviously, you've got the Taiko drums as well, playing with Joy-Cons, which is a difference on the front cover, but yeah, excuse me. So keep that in mind. The Switch version will have a different set list to the PlayStation 4 version, and it's mainly the exclusive. So like I said, PlayStation 4 will have a Tekken song. This one will have a couple of Nintendo songs, and again, that's the kind of difference that you're looking at. So enough mumbling out of the way. Let me grab my Switch as well, and we will jump straight into this. Just to quickly have a look here. So there's a Fortnite update, it seems, and let me just save. Cool. Okay, so I got rid of the demo, that's fine. Also, I've got a custom face paint on the back as well, it's quite cool. And also my Joy-Cons are modded, just put out there. So let's actually have a look at the game itself. This is, let's just change the lighting here. And actually, it doesn't actually look that much better. There we go. A little bit better there. Actually, no, let's just turn it around this way. Whoops. Okay, so yeah, here you can see the inside. It kind of gives a bit of a rundown. So in the event that you don't actually have the drum itself, you can just use the Joy-Cons. And you do certain... So think of it as this, like red is left and blue is yellow. Oh, sorry, red is right and blue is like left, for example. And what you do is that when you play the red notes, you hit the middle, and when you play the blue notes, you hit the sides. So it's like dung clink, that kind of thing. So that's the difference between them. However, when you do it with the Joy-Cons, you literally just hit down with the Joy-Con to do the red one, and you do like a side kind of hit in order to make the blue noise, the blue notes when they appear. You've got like the heavy version there and then the bigger ones. So you've got two different sizes. Nothing. It's actually quite simple in terms of concepts. But obviously you're playing like a drum, so you've got to. It's more about keeping the rhythm, that kind of thing. The closest I've ever actually played anything to this is on Rock Band. I've played the drums. I actually bought the drum pack itself, so I actually do have a little bit of experience, but I'm not a drummer by any means. But I do have to keep tempo and keep time as well. And again, this is the kind of thing that it shouldn't be too hard for me to learn, especially some of the later songs as well. So yeah, that's the actual game itself. Again, you can just buy this as a standard thing. If you don't have that, then you'll just be playing with the Joy-Cons. However, I have decided to go for the full package, as I've just explained, and gone for the drum itself. So let's actually open this up and give it a go and see what it looks like, outside of spoiling what's on the front of the box itself. Now, something really interesting to note as well, just while I set this all up, is that the Taiko, even though this is in fact just for a Nintendo Switch, you can in fact put in the Nintendo GameCube adapter that you got with Smash Bros. Brawl, or just a third-party one. And then you can actually attach one of the Donkey Kong Jungle Beat bongos, and I've actually got, I've actually got two pairs of those Donkey Kong Jungle Beat Donkey Kong bongos actually for the GameCube. So I've actually played a little bit with on the demo with the bongos. It was a bit awkward, so again, I'm not really too fussed about playing with trying to save a little bit of money and playing with the bongos, because instead I'd rather just go for the full kind of package. But yeah, keep that in mind. You can in fact just go onto eBay, get the bongos for about £2-3, and then get the GameCube adapter and attach that, and you're all good. And you can, it won't obviously be the same experience, but it does actually work, and I'm actually quite surprised about that. So it's really awkward to control though. You have to keep switching to a gamepad controller, and then the bongos, and then do that kind of thing. So just keep that in mind. It's not the easiest setup, but it does work. And when it does work, it's actually a quite decent alternative, although not one I would personally recommend, but you know, it's interesting in that sense. Donkey Kong Jungle Beat as well, all those games are great. Let's have a look at the drum itself. This here is the drum, very round, I guess you could say, spherical in this object. It's made by Hori. I'm familiar with their products, again, as someone who plays a lot of fighting games. I've got a Hori controller myself. I've bought some of their products before. Funnily enough, they made one of the worst GameCube controllers I've ever had, which was the Pikachu one, which I really just did not like at all. But yeah, Hori in general, really good stuff. They've also made a arcade stick for the Switch, but I don't need to because I've got an adapter. So yeah, if you are worried about the kind of quality products that you're going to get, honestly, it's from Hori. I do trust them. They generally make very, very good products, very high quality products. except for that one game controller that I just mentioned. But yeah, it's they're generally good, very, very good manufacturer. So I have quite a lot of faith in the quality of this product itself. I'm not going to read the instruction manual because it's in Japanese, but then again, how hard is it to set up a drum? Already I'm stuck. So let's actually start putting this together. It shouldn't really be too difficult. Let's clip these in here. Perfect. And then we'll clip in this part here, which looks like a brace, just to keep it together. Oh no, wait, maybe that's the other way around. Alright, let's consult the Japanese manual. Le grill? What the hell is le grill? Okay, so it does actually in fact go up. Alright, so it just means that goes here. And then this goes inside here. So we have to pop this in. Oh, hold on a sec. Let's put this in first and then move it down. There we go. There we go, perfect. Looks really good, nice and sturdy. Let's clip all these in. That nice clip noise means it's all good. And then let's push the two stands together, and that is the drum itself. So yeah, as I said, when it comes to a red one, when it comes to a blue one, that's generally the kind of setup itself. So yeah, this is it's going to be quite fun. I'm going to be obviously making a couple of videos just showing off the game itself, especially because we're not going to be getting it in the West until I think November or so. So I'm about 3 or so months ahead of everyone else. So it's going to be, yeah, definitely keep an eye out for that as well. Also check out some of the other people on YouTube who are a lot better at the game than I am. Again, I've not even played it, so it's going to be a bit of a learning curve for me. But by the time it comes out, I should be, you know, the cool kid on the block with my taiko drum skills. So yeah. This is the product itself. Really like it already. This is the game. Again, we will be getting it in the West, so keep an eye on that. And yeah, all good. Thanks for checking this out.